Hi guys, so today's video is going to be my 5-star reads. Whew. Sorry, I'm out of breath. So, my first book here is one that I read, I think it was back in 2018, and it just recently turned into a TV series on Netflix, and that is 100 Hours by Rachel Vincent. This follows a group of teens who has been captured and held hostage, and Genesis is so over Miami's predictable social scene with its velvet ropes, petty power plays, and backstabbing boyfriends. And her cousin Maddie is beyond done with the shallow entitlement of everyone around her. While Maddie craves family time for spring break, Genesis seeks novelty like a last-minute getaway to an untouched beach in Colombia. And when Genesis wants something, she gets it. So, that is a little snippet of what the book is about. When I read this, at first I thought this was gonna be like a 1-star read for me, but as I read it, I like the characters. The main character, I loved her, and the plot was well written, and I loved how the author described like the overall scenes in the book. So I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I have to show you is one that I read in July, and it is called Acid by Emma Pass. And I'm going to read you the back of it. All-knowing power, all-knowing, all-powerful, you can run, but you can't hide. The year is 2113. Acid, the most brutal police force in history, rules supreme. No throwaway comment or whispered dissent goes unnoticed or unpunished, and it was Acid agents who locked Jenna Strongway for life for a horrendous crime she struggles to remember. But Jenna's violently prison time has taught her how to survive by any means necessary. Now, this book right here, I think this book has taught me a lot of survival skills, also in 100 Hours too. This book just tore me apart. Like, I loved everything about this book. Like, this book just ripped me apart. The next book that I have is one that I read so fast, like I read it in like a day, and that is 10 Things I Can See From Here by Carrie Mack. And it deals with anxiety, like I have, because I have anxiety and depression, and that is why I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars, because I can relate to the things in this book. Like, I can relate to a lot of things that goes on in this book, and it is such a good read that can help a lot of people. This book follows a girl named Maeve, and she struggles with anxiety, and she meets this girl named uh, Salix. She meets this girl named Salix, and she plays the violin, which the violin is my favorite instrument to play. I've been playing the violin since I was in 5th grade, and I love the violin so much. Like, I could play a whole song on the violin. And they fall for each other when they first meet, and it's like a good story. Like, the things that happen in here and the things that go on in this story, like, anxiety is such a good coping skill. Like, I just love this book. The next book that I have is Mother Can You Not by Kate Siegel. And the author, is actually the creator of Crazy Jewish Mom. You can actually see the author on the back. And this follows a girl named Kate and her mom, and it talks about her Instagram life and how her mother embarrasses her. And it's such a funny book to read. Like, the things that go on in this book and the things that the mother says. Like, if you want something that will make you laugh out loud and will make you laugh on the floor, this is the book for you. I would recommend this book to a lot of people if you want to die laughing on the floor. The next book that I have for you guys is one that has recently turned into a movie, and is one that I cried so much at the end of the book, and that is The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. This book tore my heart apart. Like, this book follows a girl named Natasha and a boy named Daniel. Daniel's parents wants him to date a Korean girl, and Natasha and her family is getting deported back to Jamaica. And Natasha and Daniel fall for each other, And it is such an amazing book that will have you crying so much, and just it will have your heart breaking. And this book right here just tore my heart into two pieces. Like, this is my all-time favorite book of 2019. And if you haven't seen the movie, you need to see it. Like, I like the movie better than the book, but I still love the book. This next book that I have to show you is one that also is a movie on Netflix. And that is Simon versus the Homo sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. This follows Simon, and he is gay, and he meets this boy through email, and they start emailing each other, and once they finally meet in person at school, he realizes that the boy that he has been emailing is actually a person that is a boy in school. Sorry if I'm not explaining the books right. Some of these books I haven't read in a long time. 16-year-old and not so openly gay Simon Spire. Huh?
I'm finna take off a little bit. Brooklyn here, she good. She know what to do.
Okay.
Alright. You ain't going nowhere, right?
No. 16-year-old and not so openly gay Simon Spire prefers to save his drama for the school musical. But when an email falls into the wrong hands, his secret is at risk of being thrust into the spotlight. Now Simon is actually being blackmailed. If he doesn't play wingman for class clown Martin, his sexual identity will become everyone's business. Worse, the privacy of Blue, the pen name of the boy he's been emailing with, will be jeopardized. As his email correspondence with Blue grows more flirtatious every day, Simon's junior year has suddenly gotten all kinds of complicated. Simon has to find a way to step out of his comfort zone before he's pushed out, without alienating his friends, compromising himself, or fumbling a shot at happiness with the most confusing, adorable guy he's never met. Now, this book sounds really adorable. Like, just telling from the synopsis on the back, it sounds adorable. And yes, I've read Leah on the Offbeat back in 2018. Yeah, back in 2018. I also read this back in 2018 too. The next book that I have to show you is one that I also read in 2018, and I'm thinking about rereading this actually, and that is Call It What You Want by Bridget Kimmerer. I don't think I pronounced that right. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. But so this follows This follows a boy named Rob and a girl named Megan. And Rob has lost everything when his dad was caught embezzling funds from half the town. His friends, his status at school, even his family. Although his father's suicide attempt failed, the dad he knew is gone. Megan was the typical overachiever until the pressure got to her last year, and when her sister comes home from college pregnant, keeping up the appearance of the perfect family might be too much for Megan to handle. When Rob and Megan are paired together for a calculus project, they're both reluctant to let anyone through the walls they've built. But when Megan learns of Rob's plan to fix the damage caused by his father, it could ruin more than their fragile new friendship. So this book was an automatic 5 out of 5 stars for me once I finished reading it. Like, I love this book so much. Like, I love every single word, every single detail about this book. This book is my love, my precious love. The next book that I have is one that is by my favorite author of all time, and that is Stephenie Meyer. And this book is called The Host. And Melanie Strider refuses to fade away. Our world has been invaded by an unseen enemy. Humans become hosts for these invaders, their minds taken over while their bodies remain intact and continue their lives apparently unchanged. Most of humanity has succumbed. When Melanie, one of the few remaining wild humans, is captured, she is certain it is her end. Wanderer, the invading soul who has been given Melanie's body, was warned about the challenges of living inside a human, the overwhelming emotions, the guilt of senses, the too vivid memories, but there was one difficulty Wanderer didn't expect. The former tenant of her body refusing to relinquish possession of her mind. Now, yes, this is a big chunky book. And I think I finished this book in about a week or a week and a half. Yeah. So this is a big chunky book, and I can finish big books like these in about a week. Now, the next books that I have to show you, these are in a series, and this is my favorite series of all time. And this, as you all may know, is the Twilight series. Yes, the Twilight series. I'm not going to go into much detail, because I'm pretty sure you all know what the Twilight series is about. But I am rereading the series, Yes, I am. And I'm waiting for, so I have an announcement to make. If you guys didn't know, there is the new Twilight coming out this year and next year. I'm not gonna say any spoilers, but there will be the new Twilight coming out this year and next year. But yes, I am rereading the Twilight series, including The Host and the novella. And I'm also reading the 10th anniversary edition of Twilight, which is Life and Death. So that is all my books that I have to show you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.